Hi there, it's Brian here from ourphotographyclub.com, and I'm just looking at some old pictures I took up in the Lake District back in 2007. Using I obviously edited these on the old Lightroom and Photoshop and stuff, and I wanted to see how the Nik software does with these pictures. Bearing in mind these were taken years ago, I want to see if I could change the look of them a bit using the Nik. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into is it Viva 2. Let's see if it lets me do it, because I had an error before. I'm just editing a copy with the original settings. I would have thought I would have made a HDR of this picture, but obviously I didn't. Okay, I think it's loading the Nik now. There we go. And I'm just going to try and get that into the window there. So let's see what we can do with this. First of all, let's come down to the where are we? Levels and curves. See what happens when we play with this. Just put an S. Let's just put an S curve in there just to make it, and we can turn that off and on. So we boosted it a little bit straight away there. Okay, but we could have done that in any software. So now let's try and first of all deal with the foreground. So I'm going to put up one of those placements here, and should we just take it down? Ooh, wow. I think what we could do is broaden that up a bit. Okay, I'm just really just sort of playing with the buttons here, just to see what effects we can get. So we boost up the saturation way too high there, but I do like saturation, but because it's the foreground we're just going to take it down. Structure actually builds up the texture. We could take that down, right down, see what it does. Can't really see any difference there, to be honest. Okay, if you come over to this side, and I'm going to have to move it so you can see. You can click this here and you can sort of see what part of the image is all in bright white is what's being affected there, and we can turn that off and on here as well. So it looks like we're darkening down which is what I wanted to do. And let's have a look at the sky, see if we can do any fixes with that. Take it down. Maybe. Let's open that right up. Just taking that down a bit. Whoa. Looks like we're going to have to go about there. Again, over here we can switch that off and on, so you can see straight away what it's done to the image. Okay. Still a bit of a bright spot up there, so I'm going to hold the Alt key because that should copy that marker, and we're going to put that over here in that bright spot there using the same settings. So let's have a look and see what we've done so far. Quite a big difference actually. So the saturation and stuff has changed here. So I wonder if I should touch that water or not. There's a lot I can do with that, because that's probably the main focal point of this shot, isn't it? It's not one of the best shots, this one, but I have that does look a lot different now. So Nik's done a pretty good job at changing the look of this picture. I wonder if I should try bringing up the greens a bit. Put a bit green in there. Should we have a go at that? Let's do it in the background. See what we can do there. So just take down the brightness again. Where are we? Greens. Let's just see what we can do there. Ooh, too much. Just a touch of green. In fact, that's quite a big change there, so we need to just look at that just to make sure. Yeah, it's just a very subtle, isn't it? Which is fine. In fact, should we have a go at copying that? This is a good thing about this, is you can just experiment and see if we can do the same thing on these greens. Boost them up a little bit. And that's probably a bit too much. Probably a bit too much. Where is it actually working there? Yeah. Now, a little tip wish I picked up. Oops. Actually, what was that? No, it's not enough. There. That's actually too much. Way too much there. But where's that green? Let's take that down just a touch. Ooh. That's actually not working, is it there? But what I was going to say, a little tip, is because when you put this on, see how it's affecting all the rest of it there. If you grab another control point, say here, put that in there. Okay, and now we go back to this one. Where are we? It should have been cancelled out a bit. And it hasn't, has it? Whoops. It's that one there. I need to cancel that out a bit. Okay. Well, it's supposed to have done anyway, but I think I must be doing something a bit wrong, but you get the idea. Ooh, that looks horrible. I think I might just delete that. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. What's that? Don't know if that's really worth putting in there, that one. It's very subtle, isn't it? Just giving it a bit of form, really. Don't know if I like that, but there you go. So overall, big changes there, really. Through the neck, I'm just pressing the preview on and off to the shot. Now I'm no real expert in this yet, so it's still new to me. But that was just general playing around. That's quite good, actually. I like that. So let me try to do a split screen. There we go. You can sort of see the changes there. A lot more colour in that. And it's just things like boosting those greens up in those mountains make a huge difference. In the sky, foreground, midground. It's actually very, I found that quite interesting. There's the before and afters. Let me just remove those points. And you can see there's quite a big difference, really, in that. So that was my little experiment there. And what we could do now is we can save that and go back to Lightroom. There we go, it's loading that now. And you can see that's the original file to that. Now, bear in mind, these were done years ago, and that was quite good. Well, I thought it was quite good at the time. But just seeing how you can go to old pictures like this one and make it look like that one. I mean, that's actually very very good, I think. So that's from one of my old pictures, which I find quite interesting. So I'm just going to bump that up a star now, because that's I really should have kept these ratings lower, because you can't go any higher than that, can you? So yeah, if I just maximise that screen for a minute and pull you guys in. There we go. And now you can sort of see that picture quite big. So there's the original. Now that was a finished original before, and this is the retouch. But also, because I'm using the new Lightroom now, I could go down to camera calibration and turn that on, and just keep looking at the screen. And I'm about to switch it over now. I'm turning to switch it over to Canon. There you go. And I can turn that off and on, so you can see how that's fixed. Sort of, it's like a bubble in the middle, isn't it? Anyway, so I've done that now, so that's another thing. This wasn't, I don't think I actually used this picture anywhere, actually, this one. And I can't remember, must have been a reason why I didn't HDR this. Because I was doing a lot of HDRs up there. It's a bit very noisy, isn't it? Can't remember what time of day this was at either, but it looks quite midday-ish, doesn't it? I think this might have been the day we were actually heading into the Lake District, and we sort of stopped, if I remember. That might be why I didn't HDR, because it was just one of those random moments. But yes, so I can see quite a difference there from back then, 2007, to now. Because I would actually think that would be a lot better than the original. But let me know what you think. That was just a quick muck about in Nik. And as I said, it's quite new to me, Nik. But it just shows you how you could just experiment with that software and just play around and get the effects that you like. We'll take a look at maybe the Color Efex Pro as well, because you get that part of the package as well. I haven't really played with that much, but it's worth a look. Anyway, I hope you found that of some use. I thought it was quite interesting getting an old picture with the old technologies back then and bringing it into the what's now. So yeah. Anyway, catch you soon.